Oh, wonderful to see. You have, I say that's permanently over there. Beautiful. You can just get that set up. Okay, I see some people coming in now. Coming in. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Coming in, everyone. Everyone. Great. So silly. Take a seat. I'll get started here in just a few moments whilst I get the, I have people coming in to sit over there for those coming or for those joining remotely live off of YouTube. You can use my account. It's my other account. If you sign in, looks like I've already been, I did sign in, actually. Yeah, so you can just use that other account. Don't use my original account because of that. I made two separate accounts. One of them is for my official channel. The other is for the Amenten. Later I, deliberately made that and don't have to download. I don't want to have to download stuff from one channel to the other because to download a live stream is just, you have to wait, a good, number of time in order to do that. Because it just won't download. And, I didn't do so much for absolutely nothing. I didn't, go to the self-noted Scorpio extremes of going all in and deleting all of my private and listed videos on my main channel to then, use that main channel again when I made the decision not to, So, yeah, so definitely that account. Definitely use that account. Okay. See some people sitting down here. It's gorgeous. Yeah, beautiful. You can just title it Amenten meeting on, just put 9/7/22, just slash. No, no, not made for kids. No, this isn't a kid's, thing. Doesn't really matter anyway. Nobody's got to see it except people here at the Amenten. But maybe sometime I'll make a playlist of meetings. So in case I want to do that, do not for kids, because you can't put videos in a playlist if it's made for kids. I don't know why. I don't agree with that at all. I don't understand that philosophy, but that's just what it is. That's just how they set up the program. So yeah. Next. Unlisted. You can just skip the thumbnail, it's fine. Gorgeous. And I hope that the sound's working, too. Is the sound working? Yeah. Gorgeous. I'm going to get started here. Let's see. 5:20. Wait 5 minutes for people to come on and we'll get started.
I mean, I can watch it later with you, but it's up to you.
Play a little song for people, if anyone can hear it. Gorgeous. Song I think is kind of appropriate given just what I'm going to talk about here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We don't need it. We don't need this song. It's unnecessary. It'll be starting here in about a couple minutes. So, for those who are coming in, I just want to allow everyone to come on before I just get right into stuff, because I have a lot of stuff. I do know that somebody will be arriving to the Amenten today. I've kind of barely had him come to the Amenten, and there are some things I do want to address with, you know, certain creators out there today. Because, I mean, you know, all is fair in love and war, so they say. See, it is, 5:19. I think I can get started here pretty soon. Alright. And I have my watch here. It is, well, that's off by 2 minutes. It says 5:17 on this watch. It's 5:20. Alright, I think I can get started. About that. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna have is, people can, definitely come in. That whole arrangement is not going to be functional. It's just raffle. It just won't be. It's just not efficient and not productive. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna have people come in here because I'm not gonna have people lingering out there. No, it's not gonna happen. It's embarrassing. It looks bad. It's terrible. And, certain people can see me, certain people can't, and certain people can't hear me. So that is exactly why I have that camera up there for people sitting. And I also have the live stream going, and I also have this recording on audio, so that if anyone upset, have that as well. So, an audio version. So it's nice to have different options of things, different outlets, different, choices to listen to this in this form, watch this in this form, etc., etc. So people, please come in, and the rest of you can go up to that room. It is, you're going to have to get there, and you should all know that it's over there. Way over there. So go, I'm gonna have everyone come in. This is ridiculous. Shouldn't take this long. Alright. Come in. Everyone can come in. So as many people as we can get in here. Beautiful. And the rest of you can go over to the building or go home and watch on the live stream. Catch that later. Audio version of live. I have to kind of draw the line here because I don't want to spend so much time on this. Things should have been adjusted and taken care of beforehand. So that's why I have all this preparation. That's why, the dynamics for this are a certain way. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. I have so many different sources of listening to this, so I don't see why anyone shouldn't, participate in this meeting and, get the information that they need. Because there's a live stream going. I have that going up there. I have, Sept going on. I have an audio recording. You're here. People are sitting up there in the room over there. from Amenten. So yeah, and new members of Amenten. All right, so I'm going to talk to you about some things that will be occurring. There will be starting on I know in a couple of days' time, Kylie Savage will come here and she will be joining the spiritual community, as you mentioned. Stormy Grace will be exiting the astrology community because fakery and contradiction between, oh, you act one way here, you act another way here, will not be tolerated. It looks bad, it sounds bad, it's not in my belief system. And it's just unbelievable and not acceptable. So I want to make that absolutely crystal clear. Now, just want to do that. Wait. Gorgeous. I'm good. I don't need to adjust my glasses again. All right. Now, what there's going to be is I'm going to be having actually a Facebook group, a private Facebook group, which will be titled Mercury, it'll be, it will be entitled, Getting Divine, I'm Getting Divine During Mercury Retrograde. That's what it will be called. It won't be obvious. I mentioned some stuff to the whole wide world. It will be private. You do have to sign in, fill in some information. You know, like think about when we first started here, we did not have Facebook. We didn't, use Facebook. Nobody used Facebook. Now I'm really going to be putting in place for the Bembes and Lopez's and fellow Amenten leaders and colleagues, I should say, more social media will be put in place. Let me see. Gorgeous. All right. More social media will sort of be, that'll be the way that it will be. I'm just trying to, there it is. Okay, gorgeous. All right. Now, more stuff is going to be putting on the big sites and apps. I don't want this Amenten to be small and stay small, and I don't want the Amentens to be small, stay small. And so, stuff that we're going to do, I am going to be transferring a bunch of stuff, and I want to get more real. A lot of this stuff I put on the official Amenten website, which is, totally private, unless you sign in your computer with certain code, etc., etc. I will be putting on Facebook, and there will be more groups that will be on Facebook, instead of just, new pages and a lot of stuff. But majority of stuff posted over on the Amenten website. I want it to look official and important and huge, more huge than, and more significant and special than, in the past. So what will happen is the Mercury retrograde will be starting up September 9th. And it's really nothing to fear. I'm actually pretty darn excited for this retrograde. I'm very excited because it's like I was shocked. I went to Food Network Star and I was eliminated. I worked very, very hard in Food Network Star and it was very difficult. And I presented my food, I made it, I was, on the camera, and, and the pressure and the heat and the running around and the stress and the amount of things I had to be aware of and try to be on top of, and all of it got to me, and I got eliminated, or I may have eliminated myself. Who knows? I bet stuff like that happens when, people just feel like, oh, it did happen, actually. There was in season 11 of Food Network Star, there was actually a woman whose, plan was to do a show on, weeknight home meals for, like Mediterranean, type food. And she eliminated herself because her, son had a birthday that she missed. It was very, very hard for her to be away from him. And this was an episode where they had a challenge to, have a food truck. See if we can get the fan on. The food truck. Oh, is it disconnecting? Alright, I'm gonna have to open the door. Okay. Actually, maybe you can just start another stream, actually, because you can't know for sure if it's still gonna go or not. So yeah, just stop that and then just start another stream, and I don't care about the title and etc. Just call it something, and I'll go in and change it later. I am going to continue because there's a lot of stuff I want to get to, and I do have this on, recorded, because it's still kind of unfair for the people who made the effort to show up and the people watching over there. So, yeah, and I'll send a recording and then they can hear this, okay? Just for the sake of time and, all those kind of things. I want to be as fair and square and even, as possible. However, I have to think about time and not wasting, what I want to say and the enthusiasm I have and the ideas that I have and what I want to get across. Oh, that was as profound as the speech that my choir teacher gave today. Feel free to clap and cheer. Please. Alright. And nobody did that. And you know what? That is actually pretty darn good. I give you a thumbs up, for knowing, when and when not to do that. So, that time. So I'm going to continue, and you're getting the thing set up. Okay, floating. Gorgeous. Alright, so as I was saying, this episode on Food Network Star had a food truck, that had to theme and make, different types of food and do a presentation, presenting their food truck and what they're selling and etc. And so, that happened. Anyway, Food Network Star, I guess I couldn't take the heat for me personally, so eliminated myself just as she eliminated herself. And, I'm gonna continue. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to this upcoming, retrograde. Hold on a second. Okay. So, this will be exciting. This will definitely be exciting. And I'm definitely, I want to really maximize this. And that is why I am going to be doing what I'm going to be doing. So there's going to be posts, it's going to be a little exercises that I'll have Colette and Bill Smith and other people from the community of astrologers, the spiritual community post, quotes and little kind of, thoughts and exercises, polls, oracle card, spread, things, journaling prompts, music, meditations, the whole deal. Getting out in nature, a nature walk, grounding exercises, etc., etc. So, all that will be in there, of course, if you've never joined a Facebook group. Then you go on the group. I still need to, try, work to get it set up. You basically go on Facebook and you type in, actually, I'll change it to Divine Direction, during Mercury retrograde. So, you just type in the search bar in Facebook, and then you'll find the group. You go click on that group, and then you click join, and what will pop up is a series of questions which you'll just answer. Wondering if I should change that, or maybe I'll have it or narrow it down. But there may be a series of questions that may take a little bit of time for you to get into the group and for your membership to, because it pins, it loads, it takes time to get where it needs to be. So once you're there, you're in. Of course, I will be an admin of that group, and of course, Daniel, Susan, Linda, and I'll have people from the astrology and spiritual community be admins of the group as well. Just depends, who knows. Maybe I'll. I just have to see. I definitely have Colette down as being, as interacting and contributing to this group. Definitely. And I doubt it will be doing this too, and stuff will work in this type of way. Okay, so it'll be kind of a day by day. This exercises you can post stuff. Obviously, there's just some kind of general rules, but really I want to give you the freedom to post links to other things and to, talk. Obviously, don't just put the random post on here. About just, random video and random article and topic. If you're going to do that, then preferably, correlate it and tie it into the Mercury retrograde and all of it. And, that's just what I will say, for it not to be overloaded with constant posts of stuff that may have less, have less to do with, the Mercury retrograde. So this will be running, up until October 2nd, and Mercury stations direct And so it'll basically be a working through the retrograde, and I may ask you, how was your day today? You may tell me a story, where you can journal about your day, journal about just, what happened. And I won't ask you to relate to the Mercury retrograde if you don't want to, but just, just how your day was and how you went about, and maybe things that contributed, had to do with, and were effects of Mercury retrograde. I want to turn the stress and the, difficulty and the fear around, because I'm very, very excited to wake up in the morning and know that, okay, this is going to be a better ride than the last one. I have my computer, I have my phone, check that off the list. And now I know, and I have learned from the last retrograde, what to expect, and really, getting spiritual and using oracle cards and listening to music and all of that during this time. I really, really plan to do that, and I really want to empower, and encourage all of you to do the same. Not that it is a requirement, absolutely not. I don't require you to do this in a fixed amount of time in a certain way. No. I don't want to take the spirituality out of, what I'm giving you. That is why I disagree with monetization of spiritual events such as Oracle Blizzard Virtual, which, by the way, none of you will be going to. And part of that event has the spirituality just ripped out of it, ripped from it, just thrown out the window because of that monetization, because of the bells and whistles, because of the, having to sit at your computer and drill in a significant amount of time and this, wait, etc. And you have to, sacrifice, your day and the other things that you want to do for this event, because how much you're paying for this and the whole deal. So, it won't be that. It will be a humble and a simple and a more spiritual Oracle Palooza virtual. So instead of being one event, 3 days, for a long period of time, which you're required to sit on Zoom and do all this and that, it will not be that. I really do encourage you to take the most advantage. Know that, if you're joining a group, then I think it makes sense. Why are you joining this group? And, by the way, not everyone has to join. This is not required of everyone. I don't want to require people to do this. That's the whole point. But, why are you joining this group? Preferably will do these exercises. You're going to do them on a regimen and exercise. Maybe an exercise put out on September the, 14th. Maybe you look on September, 23rd, and you go back to that resonates with that particular exercise, resonates with you. You want to do that by all means. It does not have to be up to date, etc. It doesn't have to be the current day's exercise. As long as it means something for you, moves you, uplifts you, is beneficial for you, and it's, therapeutic in some way, you, grow from it, and, it is, profound for you, that is what is most important. So it does not have to be up to date, although, stuff will keep getting put in that group and more exercises will come out, because everyone is going to probably do it at their own pace, do it in their own way. Some people might be super disciplined, do all the exercises that are allotted, and others, just all depends on what you want to do. But for just majority purpose and general purpose, more exercises and stuff will be continually put out, day by day, every couple of days, probably every single day of the retrograde. So, Retrograde is any of the words: rethink, reevaluate, re-energize, recalibrate, um, re, um, rediscover, revisit, all those re's. Especially the reevaluate part. Um, and so, unlike or composite virtual, I don't think that, the Zoom stuff and the technical stuff will be as big of a deal with that. So it doesn't really take up less power off of the computer unless there's an occasional live stream. There might be a live stream, live oracle readings, there might be, meditation, there might be, live stream where you share your journaling prompts or, whatever, or, videos or, music, songs, inspiring songs, etc., etc. So, there might be those things. I want to utilize, as much as I can off of the platform, which is, which anyone, no matter how many followers they have, can get, as far as I'm concerned. So, I do want to remind you about that. I just wanted to get that out of the way first of all. Now, this is kind of speech shattering to talk about. And the reason why I say this is because short model. I have the express site and express site. Express. Express is against somebody. Express is with, on the side of somebody, wanting to, honor them because you feel connected to them and you feel like you want to get closer to them, and basically what that means. So, you can feel them in terms of your different energies. As they are different and opposite each other in those types of ways. So the Preacher song will actually be sung, and it'll be a music video by the one and only Meryl Streep. And the reason why this is feet-shattering is because it is a song that does relate to, forgive me, but, it relates to, kind of relates to Aaron Dowdy. It does. It's a sort of check, kind of a, I don't know, they call it a rain check or, a verification that you're not just a high preacher, but actually a teacher, who lets, who, empowers people to follow their own inner teacher, which I know that, he does and absolutely believes in. But it is, it's not, against somebody. I don't want to go against anyone who has a social media profile that is famous and, public figure. I don't want to go against those people at all. But it is a general type of song. It is dealing with the Sagittarius sign, about preaching, preaching to the choir, about, telling you how to live your life, and, going on a tangent about I feel so passionate, and this is the way I do things, etc. So, that is what I'm going to say for this particular song. And I'm actually not going to be done talking about, this kind of thing. Because the next thing on my list to talk about is something which is infamous, which I want to make deliberately and abundantly clear for all of you. is that you cannot use the community tab. Some of you have channels, and some of you have it. There happens to be a lot of, subscribers to your channels, but none of you can use that tab. It's kind of a thing that you get, automatically, if you have a certain number of subscribers, or you can request it. Like I have done, I am in the waiting process for it to be installed on my channel. When it is potentially and hopefully installed, I send a request to Google. Hopefully they will put it on there and give me, instructions of how I can, get it set up for me, etc., etc. But until then, you cannot use it. You may never get to use it. You may never get to use it. It may be a long, long time. It may be days. It may be weeks. It may be years until you can finally use it. Until I get it and until I can use it, then no. Until I go on my channel and see the community tab on there, no. No, absolutely not. Because I'm not going to have that. Because basically it comes across like you are rubbing it in people's face that you have this. And they don't have that, that you are better and bigger than other channels. And that is ironic, because I will be using it and, but anything I post on the community tab will be also on my Facebook page, so that it is fair that way. And if I make an announcement saying, hey, I got this certain number of subscribers, I got 1K subscribers, it's a big deal, I will definitely put that on my Facebook page, because that is rude to put on YouTube, in my opinion. It's not bad or wrong, it's just kind of, look at me, I'm so successful. When really, it is the people that made you successful, because it is the people who have subscribed to your channel that gave you this benefit, or you requested the community tab. And it's basically saying, yay, look at me, I'm so famous, instead of, wow, this is so big, congratulations, and, thank you. Thank you for the success. Thank you for this community tab and all the stuff that I have that you don't. So, that kind of stuff, the big celebration and rub it in your face stuff, will be over on Facebook. And I'm going to make that clear to several people. They want to put stuff like that, stuff that shows irony, stuff that shows, rubbing it in people's face and, being prideful in that kind of way and being vain and full of themselves and putting it out there on the community tab, then they will get a good talking to, and they will need to transfer it over to Facebook. If they have a post on Facebook, they just get rid of the community tab. I'm going to have conversations with people about that. Just to ensure that things are fair and square. Because that is most important. And I'm going to absolutely, more than allow, I'm going to, really highly encourage those people who, are members of the astrology community, are spiritual, members of the spiritual community, or any other, famous, big, YouTube channel who happens to have the community tab, that there are some rules and some compromises and some conditions for that. Because because I don't want to be in control of them. I don't want to take that away from them. there kind of is that double standard there, and I'm sorry, but there just is. And there is just going to be. So, you all need to, until then, just have gratitude for what is. I can swear to you right now that there will be people watching you, and any posts that you make on there will be removed, and you'll get notifications and messages and emails saying, you can't do this. You'll be, blocked off YouTube. There may be a strike. There may be a consequence. There might be a...
Alright, we're gonna eat.
Yeah, okay. Might be a, I don't know, YouTube channel suspension. No, I don't know. Just pretend. But, yeah, that tab is off limits. Use your Facebook pages, if you have any. If you don't have a Facebook page, and you want to use the community tab, then if you want to post a community post, then you need to do it on Facebook. Set up, sign in. I will make sure that there are people to help you out to get signed into Facebook if you don't have a Facebook page. Alright, so that's my rule and I'm not changing my mind. That's it. Thank you for being here.